I'm back in Maine, and it's fully summer this time. No more 50s and 60s and raining, although I am in a sweater today. We've been here for about 2 weeks now. It's been a pretty eventful 2 weeks. My parents were here with us the first weekend. We had friends up last weekend for 4th of July, and this weekend we were supposed to have guests up. Paul's brother and his girlfriend were supposed to come up, but sadly they got COVID, so they were not able to come up. So we're just having a weekend, just the two of us. I'm sitting out on the porch enjoying what I think has become my favorite drink of all time. It's just an effervescent apple cider. It just tastes so fucking good. It's like my perfect kind of drink because it's not too sweet. Apple juice, carbonated water, ginger extracts, chili pepper extracts, give a little extra spice, and ascorbic acid to protect the color. I also love the rhubarb flavor. So earlier today we went to this health food store that we really like. We both really have soft spots for health food stores, and this one is a really cute and sweet and well-run one, and they have a lot of good products. I'm gonna show you guys what we got in a minute. Today, because it's a little bit cooler, like wearing a sweater, obviously, it's like well, it says it's 79 now. It always feels cooler at the lake though. But you know, it's like a little bit cooler. You know, it's not in the 80s. It's been pretty hot here, which is nice. So today we are going to go into Portland for an early dinner at Green Elephant. I went to Green Elephant last summer and talked about it in my main vlog last summer, but we're actually gonna go now and I'm actually gonna like film and take clips. We really don't ever go into Portland when we come up here. The only reason we did it last summer was because we were bringing Paul's mom to the airport. But it's so worth it to make a trip, especially for a restaurant like that. And I've just been dreaming about those chili glazed sticks or whatever they are. And also the yellow curry noodles. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get exactly what I got last time. Paul really wanted to find a retro game store, like a retro video game store. We found a couple stores that seem like they would have the type of stuff he's looking for, but no like pure retro game stores. And we're just gonna make a little night of it. A little Maine date night. This is like big for us because we never do anything when we're up here. And this is, I mean, not really exaggerating when I'm saying this is the most dressed up I've gotten in a while. Just wearing a sweater and shorts and a necklace. Like when I'm up here, it's like sweatpants, yoga pants, bathing suit. That's it. That's the main way. Let me show you the groceries I got. Got some really good stuff today. Last time we went to the health food store, their fridge slash freezer was broken, so they didn't have a lot of the stuff that we usually get, but it was back up and running this time. Okay, first and foremost, I got 3 cans of the ginger, 3 cans of the rhubarb. I have such a hard time finding this stuff. Like, they didn't have it at Whole Foods. I also got this jerky, which I only ever find at this one health food store, and I really like it. It's gluten-free, if you're looking for a gluten-free jerky. And yeah, it's just the original flavor. And yeah, it's just a really solid jerky. I also got this, which I'm so excited about. This is Little Lads, which I talked about in the last main video with their herbal corn popcorn, but they had the nacho cheese dip there today. If you want a full rundown of Little Lads products, if you're curious about this Maine vegan brand, I have a whole IGTV dedicated to doing a Little Lads like haul and taste test and review, etc. So that's on my Instagram. We also got these, the Little Lads waffles. These are gluten-free. We have historically gotten the Maine blueberry flavor, but they haven't had them the last 2 times. They've had just the regular ones, but we have a ton of Maine blueberries here, so we'll probably just sprinkle them on top. Definitely really like these. These are also gluten-free, just very simple ingredients, as you can see. We usually just go there to get like drinks and snacks. And it's in a cute little town and a cute area, and sometimes it's just fun to take a little drive. Speaking of drive, we've got a long drive ahead of us to Portland, so I'm gonna get ready to go, and I'll bring you guys along. Just left Bull Moose. Got a couple things. I think we're gonna head to dinner now. It's about 20 minutes until the restaurant opens. Very much do not want to be those people who are like, hi. Paul's opening one of our purchases.
I've been dying to take this plastic off, you know? Ends are a little beat up, but what are you gonna do, right?
Looks good. No, it does. So I guess we're gonna have dinner now. I mean, we're gonna like drive over to downtown Portland, try to find parking, like get that settled, and then 5 o'clock, baby. Knock, knock, knock. All right, off we go. Just finished up dinner. It was really good. We were in there for a really long time. It was so insanely busy. But now we're gonna just walk around a little bit. I think we're gonna walk down Congress Street all the way to Exchange Street and then turn right and go walk around the Old Port a little bit. Feeling like I could use a good long walk after that meal. Paul, what would you rate the meal out of 10?
8.5.
8.5? All right, we go on our walk now.
The dumplings weren't that great. Turn it off. I'm downgrading it to like an 8.
24 hours later, and here we are again. I was way too tired to film an outro last night when we got home. I just, going into the big city really took it out of me, you guys. We had an amazing time in Portland. it was just really fun. I really enjoyed myself. It felt really special and different. Just a nice change of pace, I guess. Drove to Portland and we went to this place called Bull Moose. They had a retro game section, but it was like really pretty minuscule. They had like so many DVDs and VHSs and stuff that you're like, this is fun, but like, why would I need to buy this at this point? But we did get the Zelda book that I showed you guys. I got something that I was very excited about. First of all, their bags. How fun is this bag? They had a really good book section. We were standing in the book section and I looked up and I saw in big letters on a book, Sophie Kinsella. And I was just like, oh my God, it just brought back so much nostalgia because I used to love Sophie Kinsella. If you don't know, she is the author that wrote Confessions of a Shopaholic, which was then turned into an absolutely terrible movie. But she was like a really popular British, I guess like chick lit, even though I don't really like that term, author back in like the early aughts, I wanna say, or maybe like the mid to late aughts. But I saw her book 20s Girl on the shelf and I was like, oh, like I never ended up reading that book. And then I saw this one called Love Your Life. And this is a more recent book. It was published in 2020, so I thought it would be interesting to read a more recent book. It got really good reviews, at least from all the pull quotes, and it was a pre-owned book, so it was only $11 for this nice hardcover book. And most of their books were pre-owned, and I just think that's a great way to to purchase books, so I'm really excited to read this. I also have such fond memories of reading her books here in Maine, like literally on this very porch. I read a book called, I think it was called The Undomestic Goddess, that I loved, and then I read this book called Remember Me by Sophie Kinsella, and it was so good. It was one of my favorite books that I've ever read. Let me know if you've read that one. It certainly wasn't one of her most popular ones, but absolutely loved that book. And yeah, and then we of course went to the Green Elephant, had a really good dinner there. You know, it's hard because the last time we went there, we had low expectations, if you guys remember from my video last year. For some reason, like, I didn't think it was gonna be very good, and then we were so pleasantly surprised. So then this time, what happened, our expectations were like sky high, and we have been thinking about this meal for the last year. So I wouldn't wanna say I was disappointed, but it wasn't like as amazing of an experience just because my expectations were so high this time that like the few little things that were off stood out more because everything was perfect last time. But I cannot believe how busy this restaurant gets. So we got there at like 5:02. They opened at 5. We got there at like 5:02. There were already like 4 tables seated when we got there. By 5:20, I think I counted there were like 14 tables in the restaurant total. By 5:20, all but 2 tables were seated, and they were 2 tops. So it was like every single seat in the restaurant except for 4 seats basically were taken by 5:20. So yeah, it was really, really busy, and the service was definitely a lot slower this time. I was a server for a really long time, and I know what it's like to be in the weeds, and our server was in the weeds, and she still did a great job, but there were definitely times when like she'd come by and be like, can I get you a drink? And then like she'd be like, okay, bing, and like leave the table. We'd be like, we want to order appetizers too. The funniest part was I ordered the orange chocolate mousse cake or pie or whatever for dessert, and then I wanted to get it boxed up, and they take it away to box it up rather than bringing you the box. So she like took it, and then I turned around because I wanted her to give me the chocolate dipped oranges too, you know, because I'm like, some people might not include that, but I wanted her to put them in my box. And so I was like, and can I get the oranges too? And she was already so far away, and so I'm like screaming. She was like, yeah, sure. Like it was, and then I started cracking up because it was just so ridiculous. Literally, I got the exact same thing that I got last time. Same appetizer, the sesame soy sticks. Those are so fucking good. Like, they're so crispy on the outside. The sauce is so good. Again, they give you so much sauce. They're just like absolutely delicious. And then he got a different curry this time. He got the Penang curry, which he said was, he loved it. It came with tempeh. The tempeh was really good, so he really liked that. I got my yellow curry noodles again, the Siamese dream noodles. Anyway, then after dinner we were so full, and we were just like really in the mood for a nice long walk. We walked around the old port, as you saw, and it was just so lively and so full of life. I don't think I've experienced that in years, like since obviously well before the pandemic. Just this like liveliness, like it was just, the streets were teeming with people. There were a million restaurants and bars, everywhere was packed, live music, people, like life. It just felt so nice. It is an absolutely gorgeous city. Beautiful buildings, beautiful streets, like beautiful layout. Like the old port is just so charming. And then we decided, since we were already in Portland, we're like, well, let's go to Whole Foods just to get a couple things that we can't get elsewhere. And we're back in business, I think. I'm on borrowed time with this camera, I swear to God. One thing I wanted to show you guys from Whole Foods was this kombucha. It's this company called Katalyst. They are based in Vermont, I believe. No, Greenfield, Mass. This flavor, the Concord grape, if you used to like grape soda when you were younger, this tastes just like grape soda. And by just like, I mean it's like a lot less sweet than grape soda because it's kombucha, but for me, it's the perfect flavor. Like, it gives me all that nostalgia of grape soda, and it's absolutely delicious. So yeah, that was our night. I feel like we got so much done yesterday. We went to the health food store, we laid out on the hammock for a while, we went into Portland, ended the night with Paul giving me a really nice massage, and then I slept for, I think, 10 hours. So can't complain. And for the rest of the day, I think we're just gonna go in the lake and relax and enjoy our Sunday. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, we had guests up last weekend and did this whole like insane weekend with food and everything, and I have 2 TikToks up about that. So if you want to see that, go over to my TikTok. I have been making more of an effort to focus on TikTok. Not like instead of YouTube, but I've been kind of having some fun posting over there. So I get it if you're like, oh God, I'm not into TikTok, you know. But if you do want more content from me in a little bit of a different format, then head over there. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if that green elephant meal looked good to you. Let me know what you would have got at Green Elephant. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.